Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go, One Wrestling fans and tech heads. It is Sunday Segue TV, episode 1 to episode 12 on OneWrestling.com. And it is the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa. Obviously here with my two partners in crime, the no shady Tom Brady, the Snapchat extraordinaire, Fame Black. How you doing, people? Fame, holla at me. Holla at me.
Yo, listen. The Snapchat extraordinaire, the nature boy, Mr. Purple himself, getting better by the second. Oh man, it feels good to be back. I had some real complications last week. As people in the Big Slam Nation know, my cat of 16 years, Blackie, passed away. Old age. It was a rough moment for me. Like, I didn't even think it was that serious. I was like, oh man, my cat is my buddy. I had him since I was 10 years old. So, yeah, so that's why I took off. But you know what made me feeling better? Watch an Invasion Attack. This is amazing. Amazing.
Oh, man. Talk to me. Holla if you hear me, Tom Brady.
Yo, everyone. I want to see this week whose beard is the best, because we've just been talking about this. What do you think of Kinny's? Do you prefer Fame's, or do you prefer my lovely? Look at that beard. Because we love Fame's new beard. It's real cool.
The beard game on point. Beard game.
So let's see your comments of that.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Comment on Fame's beard. But
if you like the beard, give the video a thumbs up.
Yeah, and share it.
If you don't like anything else about the show,
yeah,
thumbs up the beard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh well, people, you know what this is. It's a Sunday Segue Wrestling podcast, Sunday Segue TV, representing OneWrestling.com. Make sure you check out OneWrestling.com. Make sure you check out Big Slam Nation. Obviously, Bill Apter. He'll see you at the matches, so make sure you check him out. That's at Apter One Wrestling. People, we bring you the best in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So it is Invasion Attack 2016. It is the review time, people. What a pay-per-view. Let's just kick straight into it. It is a lot of madness going on. Here we go. Yeah. So, guys, we start off with the Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale and Yujiro Takahashi facing off against Taguchi and Juice Robinson. Oh man, quick 4-minute match, Fame. Quick 4-minute match. What's up with Juice? He swears all the time, and it just doesn't fit with New Japan. Just doesn't fit.
I'm not a Juice fan. I'm not. It's something. I don't know what it is. I dislike. It's not as intense as my Del Rio dislike for Sunday Segue listeners. The hardcore ones. It's not as intense as my Del Rio dislike, but it's something about him that I just can't. I don't know. I can't get sucked into. I mean, he's the guy for somebody, but not me. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, the swearing's kind of weird because there was a couple of other people swore on this pay-per-view. I think Tamatonga and Will Osprey, but only once, and it kind of worked. But he's saying it like all the time. It's kind of weird. It's not good watching, in my opinion, and he is a bit boring. But I'm real glad. Obviously, he lost this week. Real glad the Bullet could get that momentum that we were talking about last week, because we were saying that they really need to pick it up because they've not been on good form recently. No, but this is good. Like convincing win.
The elite has kind of affected it in somewhat. They need to build it up a bit. But yeah, Juice took the Bad Luck Fall for the 1, 2, 3. Nice
he got
finish.
jobbed
He
out.
got jobbed out, mate. Dreads everywhere. So we just quick off that match, but we go into the next match. So we have Satoshi Kojima, Yuji Nagata, and Yushin Thunder Liger facing off against Toru Yano, Sakuraba, and Yoshihashi. Now, Tom, I did not like the fact that Yano was not in this match that much. He took off the pad. No, it was like that was it.
Yeah, this was a very odd match because it felt very filler to me. Like, to have a filler match the second on the card, it was like... at this point, I didn't have high hopes for this pay-per-view, I've got to be honest. After this, everything picks up. Not a great match. Don't really like Yoshihashi. Really like Toru Yano, and he, like you say, wasn't in it that much. I just couldn't get into it. This just wasn't one for me, really.
Yeah. Fame, do Conan and speak on this.
Yeah, I feel the same way. it was a little bit off. I wasn't I kind of like got up and did something else. I think for this match because
it was just a match, wasn't it? Like,
but
it was just a match.
I understand though. I understand the concept because when you think about it, you said everything picks up, but everything not only does everything pick up, but I think short of one match, every other match is for a championship. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get the order of importance, but yeah, it felt like a filler.
Yeah.
At the wrong time.
Hey, Fame, did you see Nagata's t-shirt, right? When he picked it up, and it just had him, like, you know, when he does the arm lock and he puts his eyes go white when he does the arm bar, right? On his t-shirt, underneath his t-shirt when he picks up, you could just see his face and, like, white eyes. It looks so sick. I don't know if you caught it or not, but you have to try and...
I didn't catch that.
I'm gonna have to take a second look.
Yeah, because it looks so sick. Like, it looks so sick. But yeah, the finish comes when Nagata looks strong here, obviously for obvious reasons, which we'll go into later. But Nagata did a running knee into the corner, into the back of, I believe it was, whose head was it? It was Yoshihashi's head, yeah. And then he did a nice backdrop suplex for the 1-2-3.
Yeah.
Then we had Chaos, Hiromu Ishii and Hiroki Goto versus off against Los Ignorables, Japan, Man, Evil, and Bushi. Dude, this match just picked up. I like you, Tom. I thought, boy, this ain't looking good. As soon as Evil and Goto started getting into it, I was like, yo, these guys are hitting each other hard.
This was where it gets. This pay-per-view went serious, like, and they from this point they did not mess about. Like, everything was real good, real interesting in this match because the crowd booed Goto quite a lot. Quite interesting there, and also in Naito and Okada's match that is also replicated because Naito gets quite a lot of cheers, which is quite interesting. So Ingo Benables are obviously getting, you know, some good support. I thought the match was real good, good ending with them both hitting the finishes. Really like that. Evil and Goto really on point. They meshed well together, and looks like we're going to get that for the next pay-per-view maybe, or somewhere down the road, because after the bell. Ishii and Goto pick up the win with their finishes, but after the bell, Evil and Goto were going in. They were like the young boys are out, like separating them. No one's keeping these apart. Real good. Yeah,
man. Fame, like Tom said, they finished with an Ushikuroshi into a clothesline sliding lariat. Man, that looked nice. But the fact, Fame, that what they did was they started building towards the next pay-per-view straight away with Goto and Evil.
I think I don't know where Fame's gone.
He's
disappeared.
He's disappeared.
He's
gone somewhere. He's gone somewhere. He's gone somewhere. I'm not sure where he is.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a disappearing man. What is happening? I can see him in the mirror.
Oh, I can see.
I can see him in the mirror. I can see him in the mirror. There he is. Fame. What I was saying, is I thought it was great that they managed to start building for the next pay-per-view with Goto and Evil just knocking two, shits out of each other.
I mean, like I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the combo, man. I'm a fan of the tag team. Like the way they came off. I mean, like I was losing it. I was like, oh man, this ain't what I'm used to. And then boom, picked up, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh, all right, this is all right. Setting up for the next pay-per-view, I like that. But like I said before, they especially have to do that because there's no Monday Night Raw for them. Yeah. There's no every week we can keep building. You got to build at the show. So I get it, and I think the WWE should actually do more stuff like that. But I understand why they don't. They have the spacing.
I tell you what, man, there was a lovely move in there by Bushi where he goes to do an insecurity, misses, and comes back like whilst holding one hand on the floor. Like, it looks so nice. Bushi, obviously didn't get that much of the spotlight, but Bushi, again, I mean, I'm impressed by Bushi and the way he's come along with Los Ignorables. But yeah, I Bushi, hands off to you, mate. But then, nice. Goto, Evil, woo! Man, they separated, and Evil still came in. He still came in, even though Ishii was in the ring, and he was just like, you know what, I don't care. I'm evil. I don't care. You see me with my green laser? It don't matter. I'm taking it to you with the green laser and the staff. It's all good. So, next, Fame, we got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Match. Oh my God, Roppongi Vice. Hey, let's do it. Roppongi Roppongi. Hey, listen, these guys. Roppongi fights Rocky Romero and Beretta versus Ricochet, Matt Sydal, aerial dogfight. Fame. Now, this is the first time I think in a long time we've seen a one-on-one junior heavyweight tag titles match. We normally see a three-way or a four-way. The dynamics was different, and boy, did they deliver.
Oh man. When it comes to tag wrestling, it's not my favorite. I would go right like from 1-on-1 to like 6-man, and the Shield made the 6-man for me. But tag team has never been my favorite style of wrestling. So since I've started doing stuff like this, I've been paying more attention. And man, I mean, I was sad to see the champs go. I mean, you know, Matt Sydal and Ricochet, my peoples, man. Like to see them, man. But but it was an emotional moment. But man, Roppongi he's awesome, man.
Yes.
He's awesome.
It's this Rocky Romero. This guy is such a vet. This guy, no wonder WWE won him as a trainer in NXT. Like, this guy is an absolute G, the way he bossed. But Ricochet, hey, Ricochet is on another level. This guy, the moves he was doing, Brady, there was a point where this guy, he took Beretta, right? He gave him a Northern Light Superlex, right? Rolled through into a vertical Superlex. What's going on?
Yo, he's the hottest property in wrestling right now, I would say. Like, in terms of his stock, it's rising. Like, he had a sick match the other week, Evolve with Will Osprey. This was all about Ricochet, this match as well. Sydal was real good, and so were Roppongi guys, but this was Ricochet doing so many good moves, so many good things. All four of them were perfect, on point. Loved it. I love Sydal. He was real good as well in this. I was really impressed with Trent Beretta as well, because he was a bit banged up as well, but he did it real good. And new champs, interesting. Yeah, we called it last week, but it was one of those I thought they'd win, but it still surprised me when they did. Like, real good, really, really good.
Fame Rocky Romero was making me laugh the way he was like, he kept cussing in Spanish. He kept cussing in Spanish, and I was just like, yo, like, I don't understand what you're saying, but it looks funny.
He's slow. He's growing on me, because I just heard of him not too long ago. And started doing this. But man, you know what I thought was interesting is that they dropped the straps, and it kind of means like, does that mean that Ricochet's finalized that NXT deal? Is he gonna?
No, well, on the dirt sheets are saying that basically what it is he's asked for time off because of the hectic schedule he's had, and because he has to record the tapings for Lucha Underground season 3. So he needs a bit of a break. So he's not taking any bookings after this, pretty much after his bookings that he has now, for a bit, to have a break before he starts recording 3. And obviously in Lucha Underground, they cannot, no superstar, it's in their contract, no superstar can actually appear on TV for another promotion whilst the season is on. So that's excluding New Japan, mind. So this is just like WWE or TNA. So they cannot be on TV in America or whatever whilst season 3 is happening. So he could record all of season 3 and his contract be done, but he cannot still wrestle, for WWE. So he can't wrestle until 2017 for WWE if he's going to go there.
I mean that's wrestling on TV though. He could be in that NXT training center going through all the classes and all that nonsense, so that by the time he does debut, he's ready for, dare I say, main roster.
He's just ridiculous, dude. He is ridiculous. There was a move when Rocky Romero did the spider thing on the ropes, and then Ricochet just shouted Matt Sydal, bend down, and he did a dive and drop kick back to him.
There was a lot of that actually in this match, like shouting to the partner, like to warn him of something or to help him out. I thought that was real good. Like, you don't see that very often. Yeah, no, it was real, and all four of them, loads of good tag team moves, which is real good as well. Because you never see that in WWE, but like in New Japan you do loads more. But real good. Like, love this match. Love this match.
There was a Hurricanrana flip, right, where he did a Hurricanrana on Ricochet. Rocky Romero did, and Ricochet did a somersault and landed on his feet, right. Landed on his feet, did a scissors kick, then does another goes Irish whip onto the ropes, and then all of a sudden you just see Trent Beretta come out of nowhere with Romero and do a double knee to Ricochet, almost killed him. Then Rocky Romero just runs through does a suicide dive outside. Dude, fame that finish, right? The strong, what's it called? The strong zero. Is it the Strazio or the strong zero?
Oh, it's Strazio or strong zero. Maybe it's strong zero. I don't know.
Strong zero, dude. That finish. horrible. The thing into the dude buster finish, that finisher is horrible.
You don't like the dude buster?
That's what it's called, man. That's what it's called, Trent Beretta's finisher. Like the package.
I know. You don't like it? You don't like the dude buster there?
Dude,
it's
I
not
love
amazing?
it. I love it, dude. I love it. The dude buster. So new champs, like you said. Like you said, new champs. Love this.
No, it was good. It was awesome, and I don't know. You think? I mean, I'm sorry. I read some stuff on the room. Is this it for? Do you guys think this is it for Ricochet in New Japan at least?
Maybe for a bit. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, if what we said is true, if he's going to go to Lucha Underground and do that, and then wait till that contract runs out and head to the NXT.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think he's still got stuff to do in New Japan, personally. But, you know, who knows? He's very exciting right now.
Very exciting.
I mean, they do want him, and that is where the money is.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Well, speaking of exciting, we go to the next match, which was Will Osprey versus Kishida. Man, Fane, Will Osprey, if you haven't seen him before, man, did you meet him when you watched this? Because this guy is just unbelievable. The match starts and this guy just this kickflip variation. Kickflip. Just, it's just good. What did you think of Will Osprey, Fabian? Was this the first time you saw him?
This is the first time I saw him. And he put on, I would have to say, match of the year candidate. And I don't give that term out lightly. And it's still very early in the year for me to be saying stuff like that. But man, so good. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't do any research. And that's how I like to do things. I like to just jump in and feel what I feel and see what happens. And man, dude was amazing. I mean,
yeah.
like the last match, I thought we'd just seen the match of the night, and then this happened, and I was like, oh wait, no, we haven't, because Will Osprey and Kishida, credit to Kishida as well, but for a debut match, he killed it. Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Fame, this guy is big over here in the UK. He is huge over here in the UK, right? And he's just getting well known in America, fighting, on Evolve and PWG, because obviously he was in the final of the Battle of Los Angeles with Zack Sabre Jr. Make sure you watch that one. But dude, this guy the array of moves. I mean, there's a point where Kushida goes for his patented cartwheel into a drop kick, and he does the cartwheel, and then Will Osprey just gets up, follows the cartwheel, and then just catches him. It was so sick. Then there was a nice Rainmaker sequence. I was like, really? Is he gonna do this? He does the Rainmaker, goes for a nice Rainmaker, then Kushida reverses it. He reverses the Rainmaker, looks like he's gonna go for the Rainmaker himself, and then does a nice roll into the armbar, which was nice Kimura.
The armbar was really brutal as well.
I mean, he really went for that arm. It was like vicious, like it was kind of it was
great
dark.
Story.
I like the way they sold it. It was real good.
Will Osprey was selling like a madman, Brady.
Oh, it made so much sense though. Like the match, like someone actually targeting an arm because that's what they use the finisher on. How often do you see that now? Like, I mean, that was awesome. Like, I loved that. Like, perfect way to book a match, and also perfect way to make Will Osprey look like an absolute beast, like doing all these moves with just one arm. Like, he was so good.
But you talk about selling. You talk about when he's doing like he's doing the handspring and he collapses on his own. You feel that.
So
everybody's been there. You know when your leg's sore and you stand up and it's like, oh no, I can't do that.
Have you ever got cramp in both your legs at the same time?
I still haven't got cramp to this day. I've never had cramp.
Dude, one time I got cramp in both my legs.
No.
You never had like a Charlie horse or something like that?
No. I never had a cramp.
Honestly, one time I got cramp in both my legs, and I felt like a seal on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was just like flopping like across the floor because it's so painful.
Is it like pins and needles?
No, it's your muscles tighten to the point of pain.
Yeah, and it's almost and it's unusable. Like if you get cramp in your arm, that's done for the next 15 minutes at least. It's like
like a cramp in your hand. It's like it hurts, and I can't move it out of this. Like,
and in the bottom of your foot, like no way. Like at the bottom of your foot, if you get cramp, it's like oh,
It's new to me, man. I've never even been stung by a bee, so and I don't be a touch wood. But yeah, I mean, this match just goes into hyperdrive. Like you said with the selling, there's a point where he does the springboard off the ropes and he doesn't even use his hands because his arm is killing him. Come on. But the finish, man, they go through a sequence of forearms, right? Oh my god, sequence of forearms, and then I think there's a forearm which misses from Kishida, and then Will Osprey hits him with a scissor kick. And then Kishida just he goes off the ropes, and then Kishida does a discus punch, and he sends Will Osprey into doing a split. How can you get punched into doing a split on the floor? That's how hard he got punched, right? And then they go through more sequences, and then Will Osprey goes to the top rope to do a move, and he gets caught with the hoverboard lock from mid-air. How does that work?
It was real sick. Like that's some slick and inventive finish.
Video game. SHIT right there.
that is exactly what that is the perfect analogy of it. Like how definitely pulled it off. It doesn't even look like it should work, but it blooming did. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
wait, what we kind of glazed over is that this man did a handspring with no hands. He did a handspring with no hands.
He hit the top rope as well, with full on with his arse, just full on bounced off it, and he flipped. I was like, what?
Dude, what about when he put Kishida on the top rope? He bent his head in between his legs and gave him this flying knee. What was that was cool. I've never seen that, but yeah, he does the Kimura and the Kimura lock, hoverboard lock, whatever you want to call it, rolls over to try and get out, and he follows him over and gets it into a worse position, taps out. Man, this is crazy. And then Fame, they build it up again. Out comes Liger. He wants to be a 12-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and they speak some Japanese. I don't know what they're saying, but I understand. It means we're gonna face off against each other. What do you think? Liger challenging for the title.
Oh man, I mean, it's hard because the star of this match was Will, and it's hard to think about. I mean, I love Liger. Liger is awesome to watch. He's always good for me. Even when people that know to watch Big Slam Nation know I'm strictly WWE for the longest time, and I would still keep an eye on Liger because he's my man. It's just part of it. I don't know what it is about him, but man, how old is Will?
Will, same age as
1 year
older than Brady.
Yeah.
What?
I suppose I'm his age this year.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's the best
Wow,
way to
that is incredible. Oh man, I can't wait to.
He runs the ropes like a ring general, mate. That's why.
Seriously, I mean, I was like, he looks young. I was like, but he could just be one of those people that look young but is 40. So I was like, all right, well let me. So I figured I'd ask.
I really want to go through that sequence when he does the forearms and he starts hulking up and he starts swearing. But obviously, Bill, I ain't going to swear. I'm not going to swear. But that made me laugh so much. He sounded so British, Brady. Yeah. He sounded so English, on a Saturday night. Saturday night, squaring up against someone outside the club. You know what I mean? Come on then, you know what I mean? It was so funny. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. We had I believe it was the six-man for the never open weight titles. We had Yoshitatsu, Michael Elgin, and One Tanahashi facing off against the Bullet Club, Mato Jackson, Nico Jackson, and one Kenny Omega, out with Cody Hall, who straight away, I believe, gets taken out by a horrible swanton bomb homage to Jeff Hardy. He gets obliterated.
He was genuinely hurt in this. He apparently, had to go to the hospital and stuff, but I think he's okay now. Not entirely sure what happened to him. Not an ideal way to start the match, but I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was really fun, and Michael Elgin is sick. I love Michael Elgin. Omega put a bin on his head, and they on a little trolley, and the Bucks super kicked it with him inside. I was just like, that was brutal.
That looked horrible.
But yeah, this was so good. Yoshitatsu was not the star of this match. He did his bits, but I'm so glad they gave Elgin he was the guy in this match. But real cool match. Really enjoyed it.
Fame, what did you think about the Terminator tribute? Fame, you still
Not
there?
my favorite. I put the thought into it. Not my favorite. Yeah, not my favorite. I didn't really feel it. But yo,
I really liked it.
This match was crazy though. This match was like absolute madness, and I can't remember since when the hardcore belt was 24/7, like that kind of madness. Like they were all around the ring. There was just trash cans and water bottles,
Aerosols.
Right. It was just the craziest sequence, and I was like it was like watching a cartoon almost. Like I was like. I was into it, man. You know, the assisted power bomb off the top rope to win the title.
Yeah, the super elegant bomb, man.
Nasty.
Woo!
That
was really good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There was a point where it just felt like they were little kids, like, because they were trying to do like all these little cartwheel bat flicks and then they break the back.
Yeah, I love that.
You know,
It was great.
it was funny, man. But
I also loved Omega, like at the start of the match. I assume you saw this, where he like basically fired some serious shots at WWE. He said, but basically, if you didn't see it, he said that people probably wasted the money a week ago. So that was obviously Mania, and he was going to show you what real money's worth, and it was so sick. Yeah, you don't burn those bridges though, Jenny.
No, you
Don't
can't
burn
burn
those
that
bridges.
bridge, especially because they seem to have a partnership with New Japan. So they coming to where you work.
Yeah.
they are indeed, man.
Still
God.
praying that we get the Elite versus New Day in
Oh,
some
man,
kind of way. Like, please let it happen.
So we get Super Elgin bomb from the top rope, and these guys take it down 1, 2, 3, and then basically Elgin just goes up in Omega's face. They're just basically, this is the route that we're going. Looking forward to that. Then out of nowhere, Bad Luck finally comes in and just lays out Tanahashi. So we're going for that as well. Again, a nice build. Then we have the next match where we have the Never Openweight title match. We have Katsuyori Shibata, who is the champion, versus Tenzan. Now, like we've been saying, week after week, he's been losing. He has been losing. Now, Shibata is vexed. He goes into this vexed, Brady. He is angry. He is angry.
There was some shots in this.
That's
like
what
some
vex means.
headbutts.
Vex means angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like super annoyed.
Super. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you never heard that term?
It means confused.
Oh, what? In America?
Yeah.
Over here, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm vexed. Like, I'm perplexed and vexed. I'm confused.
We have perplexed.
We have perplexed, yeah, but vexed over here, especially in the Afro-Caribbean culture, over in England, it just means like, yeah, I'm angry. Like, it's like, why you just get me vexed, you know? Like, that's what we say. Like, you just get me vexed, basically. So,
like, what are you confused about?
oh man, but yeah, Shibata just goes in on here, man. He has this thing. He has this nice little thing going on with the legends at the moment, kind of like a Randy Orton legend killer kind of gimmick.
Oh yeah. I guess I can see that. But I told you he wasn't gonna lose when the belt was on the line. I told you. He's been losing, but I was like, he's gonna find some way, and I was excited for him. I was excited because I called it.
Yep.
There was some shots in this match that were disgusting, like some headbutts and a few forearms. I was very they were very sore. The submission style of this match, where they kept going for different submission holds, straight from the off, real fun. Really enjoyed that. Thought it made it a lot better match than it could have been. I don't think this was one of the worst matches on the card, but just by the logic that so many of the matches were really good. Yeah. But I really enjoyed it, and the ending was fantastic as well. Oh man, there's
really a Mongolian chops into a triangle choke, which was like, yo, you don't diss the Mongolian chops. Don't do it. And then the finish. He goes in the Anaconda Vice.
Wait, it was real abrupt.
Yeah, Anaconda Vice. He was in it for like a while, and then after he just come out of it, and then like sleeper hold, PK kick done. Nagata comes in the ring and he goes like he's going to look on him. He's like, move out of the way. He's going to go like he's going to look on Tenzan, see if he's okay. And then bam, kick to your dome, Nagata. So it looks like we're going to Nagata versus Shibata for the Never Openweight title. What do you think, Fame? Good?
You got to build that. You got to build that right at the pay-per-view, right at the show. And I'll tell you something. I was immediately interested. It caught my attention immediately because now I'm like, all right. Well, what's going to happen next? Now, what's going to happen? Are you going to keep losing again? Or does this win did it give you the momentum to keep winning? What's going on? I'm on Shibata's side, man.
Yeah, I'm a big Shibata fan. Yo, that had me like laughing though when he bows to Tenzan and just boots. I was laughing. That was so good. It was so well done because I was like, I didn't see that coming. I expected him to like, maybe face off, but he just boots him in the head and then just gets off. He's like, see you later, lads. That's me done there.
Sorry about your damn luck. Done. It's finished. Finito. Over. Okay, so then we go into the next match. Which is for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. We have GBH against the Gorillas of Destiny. Man, I was so underwhelmed with this match. Like, I do not think Camacho Tangaroa is ready for New Japan at all.
I thought this match, from what I expected, it sucked. Like, it really was not a good match in my opinion. It was the same sort of thing that I got from Ambrose and Lesnar at Mania. I expected so much and I got so little. It was a very punch kicky affair. Loads of the headbutts, which I loved. Like, that's cool, but I didn't think it made Camacho Tangaroa didn't think it made it look very good at all. I thought he looked a bit off the pace, and I've been really impressed with Tama Tonga recently as well, and he didn't seem as good. It just, something didn't click, and they just couldn't get it back. They just couldn't get it back.
Yeah, it's
a shame.
It is a shame. It's a massive shame. Massive shame. Fame, what did you think of this? Because again, I didn't like it.
You can hear the whole tone change. We're like, yeah, Shibata and da 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 da.
Yeah.
What did you think of this match, Camacho? Yeah, I mean, like Camacho. I didn't know much about him in the beginning, and it's not like he was anything while he was in WWE or any other place. So he just came off looking like a regular, like, I don't know, it kind of looked like that was filler, but it was for the championship.
Yeah,
so
And then they won, and it's like,
Oh, they
really?
won.
They won, and we said last week, Tom. We said, nah, they're not gonna do that. It's too. But that's what New Japan do when they have a new tag team or something. They just put the straps on them straight away to make them like show. Yeah. We are. We're over. Like But
Yeah, I think the Bullet Club needed the momentum, which was smart, but it didn't work for me because as well I love GBH so much because they look like they're having fun when they're doing it, like Makabe and Honma, so I have fun watching them. But it was like when they won, so Tama Tonga and Tangaroa, it was silent. Like there was no reaction, and it was really awkward. I thought, it was just bad. Like, it was bad. Like, I can't really say it anyway.
It's worse because they're all capable of much more.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Right, let's go into the main event. Let's go on to the main
please.
event. Okada against. Let's do it. Naito. Yeah, man.
Oh,
dude,
man.
this was absolutely off the chain. Loved it from start to finish, man. Storytelling. They built up Naito so good. The heel tactics, spitting in the face, taking out Gedo every single event on the road to Invasion Attack. It's been coming. And I said to you, Brady, last week, I said, are they gonna do it? Are they going to do it? Fame told me 2 weeks ago he did not reckon this was gonna happen. And now... Whoa! Yeah. Let's just go through this match, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go through the catch. Okada lets Naito go, okay? He's on the ropes. Tap, tap. I'm letting you go. Then we get the reverse. Naito, tap, tap. Letting you go. Takes 2 steps back, smirks, and then he's just kicking him down. Kicking him. Heel tactics 101, people.
Yeah, can we also just quickly, before we get into the main body of the match, talk about how fresh Ingo Benables are in suits? That was awesome. All 3 of them out in the suits. And the hair in this match was on point. Oh, man.
No, definitely,
Okada's hair's looking fly. Naito's always looking fly. You've got Evil at the side. You've got, Bushi's just in the hat and the mask, which looks real cool. Awesome. As for the match itself, gave me everything I could possibly want. Brilliant.
When you got... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Fame.
When you got... when you think about it, you think about them as a company, right? They lost Shinsuke Nakamura. They lost AJ Styles. They lost Kota Ibushi. Very early on in the year. And those are stars. All right, it's easy when you lose stars like that to fall and and try to push somebody up who may not be ready for that main event spot.
I suppose.
Top draw.
I suppose not. Sorry to interrupt you, Kevin, but I suppose you could talk about that with Tongaroa. Gallows and Anderson lost. He doesn't seem ready, but it's different with Naito. So I'm just sorry to interrupt.
No, but you're right, and it's like you don't know about what's gonna happen, but these guys filled that spot. Like Brady said, everything I wanted it to be. And sometimes when you got people, you got people accompanying others to the ring, you got a lot of people ringside. It's easy to lose it up, mix it up in the struggle, and not have a good match, but have like a big, high energy match because of the, interference and stuff like that. But this was good and exciting. Like it was thrilling. The storytelling, amazing.
Everything was just crazy. I mean, the heel tactics, man. They just beat up Gato. It's just like, this thug life. We're just gonna just kick Gato up. Like, then they put the chair on Okada's head and Evil just whacked it. Just whacked his head off. I thought that was great. Then Okada sends he sends Naito flying. He loves this move. He gives him a big boot and Naito just does a backflip. Like he just does a backflip. There's a point Brady, when he does this again, when he gets him, this gives him an Irish whip and he does his best drop kick in the world and just goes flying backwards into a backflip.
Oh yeah, and his head as well though, like mashed off the turnbuckle.
Oh, when he does a diving drop kick, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that was nasty, but it's so cool, like to see. The heel tactics in this were on point. You say the spitting, beating up Gato, frustrating him by staying on the outside, low blow, everything. And Naito's real smooth as well. Like his character's real good, but he's a very, very, very good wrestler as well. Like beautiful tornado DDT. That was my favourite move of the match. That was just sick. Really, just this match was just top. Like absolute top. How to book a main event, make everyone in it look awesome. Boom. That's it. They really did it. And Naito winning is super cool because he's. It's mad to think he's the fourth champion they've had in 5 years. That's crazy. AJ, Tanahashi, Okada, and now Naito, and that's the faith they've got in him because he's that good now. Just awesome. I can't say enough about this match.
Well,
got so good so fast too, because you remember he got written out of the main event for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
so that's how bad his push was going, and now he's a legitimate draw.
He's there, man. He's there. Crowd absolutely loved him.
Wrestle Kingdom 11.
I don't know. Well, that's what we talked about, didn't we? We was talking about that. We was trying to figure it out. But let's just go through the finish of this match because obviously that wasn't the only thing that happened. The finish of this match came where, Okada tries to go for a Rainmaker, okay, and then Naito lovely pulls the ref in the way, and he takes the Rainmaker. He takes a horrible forearm in the face, right? The ref, and then all hell just breaks loose. Bushi misses with the green mist. Naito gets a nasty drop kick. Then he goes for the Rainmaker out of nowhere. This guy walks into the ring. I'm thinking, who is this dude? Who is this dude? Please, because I don't know who's coming.
Right.
Who's coming?
This was a great surprise.
And then, bam, takes off the mask. I'm like, what the hell is Sonata doing here? He was just on DDT. What's going on? Like, what's going on? Somebody send me the memo, please, because I don't know what's going on. Sonata's there. He just looks into the crowd. It's like, bam, I'm going to give you this nasty TKO. Dirty TKO. Then he goes, takes off the mask, goes up to the top rope, moonsault, lights out. You think it's over. Then we get Okada. So we get Insecurity, right? Then he kicks out. Then he goes for the Rainmaker, tries a Destano, reverses it, tries to go for a Tombstone, reverses that into another Rainmaker, which then gets reversed into a Destino. A Destino. I can't even say it. I'm so excited. A Destino. For the 1, 2, 3, new champion, and then all hell breaks loose again.
Oh my gosh. If the match wasn't awesome enough as it was, then it gets, if anything, even better. Like, go on, Fame, I can see you're eager to speak on this. Go on, man.
I mean, definitely better. I mean, like I said, this is part of that thing where it's just like the energy and everything about everybody on the outside, and I'm already stunned because I don't know who the dude was at all. So I'm like, who is this? and he took off his mask, and I'm like, who's that? The mystery has not changed any. So,
it's like
Well,
Scooby Doo. Like, who is it?
Hey, yo, he looks so much better as well than he did in TNA.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he looks way better.
Yeah.
Like, because he looked a bit like almost goofy in TNA, I thought, but he looked well good, and he was, you know, he had his little Ingo Benables vest on.
Yeah.
That was real cool. And after the match, so Naito's getting a title, and they put the boots to the ref.
Dude,
they
the
put
ref
the boots to everyone. Like,
throw down that.
Man, it was like it was like gang warfare. It's like we are taking everyone out. It was like when NX. It's like when the Nexus come up and just strangled up Justin Roberts. Like literally, he just took it. Then Okada gets a black mist in the face. He just like. Just here we go. We're just gonna. It's like getting someone and putting them in front of Medusa, and you just turn into stone. They put his head directly in front of Ibushi and just spit in the face. Then they just set him on. They just set Sonata on him and just Dragon Sleeper. Just like you're gone, basically. Bye. You're gone. Get the boots to get. Oh man. It was just Ishii comes in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ishii being there was super cool as well, like that bit at the end, because that's, I reckon, obviously the next title match. I reckon them giving each other like stick on the edge, like that was real cool. And Naito just sort of like just ignoring him, just like,
yeah.
What you saying, mate? Like, you can't see me. Like,
just throwing the title everywhere. Just throwing the title
over his shoulder like trash.
That was the best bit.
I don't
Chucks
want
the
this.
title in the air. It bounces off the mat. He walks off, and it's mad disrespect. And he basically just says, "I'm the man. I don't even need that belt, but I've got it, and I'm gonna run this place." Because I think that's apparently what he said in his Japanese promo at the end. The commentator said he was basically saying, "I'm gonna run this place. This is my group. We are taking over, and nothing is gonna stop us." And it was absolutely fantastic.
Well, hopefully, man. I hope that they come up with a Los Ignorables belt. I'll just be sick. I'll just be sick. All right, before we go off air, right? Give me your pay-per-view rating, please, Brady.
Ooh, I'm gonna say this was 9.
9.
Big 9.
Big 9.
Yeah.
Now, Fame, seeing as this is your first Invasion Attack, the pay-per-view after, right? Okay, the pay-per-view after the New Japan Cup, the setup. What is your pay-per-view rating?
You know what? It was pretty. I was excited and I was into it, which is what keeps me watching. So yeah, I gotta go with a 9.
9. Okay. Well, guys, we have stuff set up. They have set stuff up. We've got 2 pay-per-views coming up. We have, man, it is the road to Wrestling Dontaku. I love that name. Let me say it again.
Cool.
The road to Wrestling Dontaku. And sprinkled in just before Wrestling Dontaku is Wrestling Hinokuni. Man, it is going to be crazy. Now, the card for Wrestling Hinokuni is... We have Jay White versus David Finlay. Again, we have Juice Robinson and Manabu Nakanishi versus Yoshihashi and Sakuraba. We have Taguchi and Kishida facing off against Tiger Mask and Yushin Thunder Liger. We have Yoshitatsu, Honma, Makabe versus Yujiro Takahashi, Tangaroa, and Tamatonga. We then have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Title Rematch, Ricochet versus Trent Barretta and Romero Roppongi Vice. We then have Chaos, Will Ospreay, Goto, Okada and Ishii faces off against Bushi, Evil, Sanada and Naito. Then we have Yuji Nagata, Never Open Weight Championship match versus off against Shibata. Then we have Tanahashi versus Bad Luck Fale. The main event, Kenny Omega IWGP IC title match against Michael Elgin, people. Ooh. And then the card for Wrestling Dontaku is Juice Robinson, Captain New Japan versus Yujiro Takahashi, Bad Luck Fale, Trent Barretta, Rocky Romero, Will Ospreay, Yoshihashi, Sakuraba against David Finlay, Tiger Mask, Taguchi, Matt Sydal, and Ricochet. Then we have Jay White, Shibata versus Manabu Nakanishi and Nagata. Then we have 6-man Never Openweight Tag Team Rematch, Yoshi Tatsu, Tanahashi, Marco Elgin versus Mato Jackson, Nico Jackson, and the Kenny Omega, the cleaner. Then we have the rematch for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, Tangaroa, Tama Tonga facing us against GBH. We have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match, Kushida versus Yushin Thunder Liger, Goto versus Evil. Then we have the Okada versus Sonata. Then we have the main event, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Tatsuya Naito versus off against Ishii. Man, these two pay-per-views are going to be mental. What two cards? And we also have the road to it. The road to Wrestling Dontaku. Guys, it is going to be crazy. My name is Kinny Killa. You can follow us at Kinny Killa. That's Killa. Shout it from the rooftops. One, no shady Tom Brady.
TBrady94_ also Segue, obviously. Get the podcast, get everyone there, leave us some comments of what you thought of the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody.
Send it over to the one, Fame Black,
the Snapchat extraordinaire. Add me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter at FAMEBLACK. I'm getting better by the second. I'll see you next time.
That's right. Next time is gonna be Sunday Segue TV episode 13, going over the road to Wrestling Dontaku, because we big out here, baby. We big out here, baby. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that. Slap nuts. Woo! But you want wrestling fans don't. So without further ado, guys, let's go bring the unity together and say 1, 2, 3. Hey, we want some bread. We want some bread. There you go. That's right. We're just bringing all of our customers. Right. So Sunday Segue TV predominantly about bringing it to the side